Hi there, it's Catherine from Sunnyside Journals. Welcome. Um, I actually have a little thing to do for Blue Monday. Apparently today is Blue Monday. Apparently today can be the hardest day for a lot of people of the year because of Christmas bills coming in and the lack of sunlight because of the, shorter days and for many parts of the world, bad weather. And anyhow, apparently statistically, this Monday in January is one of the hardest Mondays. So I decided for those of us here who come and hang out and put up with my videos here at Sunnyside Journals, um, I've got a little something, a little surprise. My daughter Jordan and Joy, hi Joy, hi Jordan, pointed out to me this past weekend that somehow or other I have over 500 subscribers. Somehow or other that happened. And I got to tell you, it blew my mind because I actually wasn't watching the numbers. I looked when I was at like 37, and I was really excited about that because I thought, oh my goodness, there's 37 people out there who not only liked my video, but they subscribed. And apparently I'm over 500 now. So I decided, in honor of Blue Monday, I've been working all morning and I've created a little thank you. And we're going to have a little not Blue Monday thank you. Thank you to my subscribers giveaway. So that's what that's all about. And here it is. I made this morning. I didn't get any work done on Carlotta or anything else on my desk. I started this from scratch this morning. And boy, I had fun doing it because I decided I was going to make a small traveler's type notebook / no-sew journal. I love these. They're and I like the size because they can go into a purse, they can go into a pocket, they can go into a backpack. And because they're no-sew, you can refill them as they get filled up. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to put all my favorite things in this book, and this is going to be the prize for my thank you to all my subscribers, to thank you for subscribing. So here we go. Let's get started. So the number one thing I like is I like old books, and this book is from 1960, and I love the color of it. I like that it's a little grimy, and so there's one of the things I like. I used this cord to as the cord to hold in the no-sew pages, because right now this is my favorite cord that I have, and I'll be sad when it runs out. Those of you who are regular followers of me know that I buy all of my gear, all of my supplies from thrift stores. So if I have something that's a favorite and I run out, it's gone unless I can find it again somewhere at a thrift store. And right now this cord, I just love it. It's white and sort of a camel color. So it's not quite gold, but it gives the impression that it's gold, but it's not. It's sort of a creamy camel colored tan color, and I just love it. And I'll be very, very sad when it runs out, but it's also fun to just keep using until it does. So I also have, as dangles on this cord, I have one of my frequently goes on my journals, the fun journals, a journal snoop alarm bell. So if somebody gets into your journal and tries to read it, you'll hear the alarm go off. I've also put some beads on it because, a little bling is always nice to have. So there's that. And then I also put on this little charm that I made from the cover of a little golden book. It actually is from the cover. I think this was my first thing that kind of went nuts, and people started sort of going, "Oh, Sunnyside Journals," because it just came to me one day looking at a back cover that was in my recycling box. I didn't think I was going to be using it. I had used the interior pages, and then I looked down and it had all those little books on it, and I thought, those would make cute charms. And before I knew it, I was making charms out of all these little book covers. Well, I love the little red caboose, because if you know me, you know I love red. So I put that one on there too, because that's one of my favorite. This little book, you'll see, is sort of like my version of Raindrops on Roses and Whiskers on Kittens. And I'm not going to sing because I don't want Rodgers and Hammerstein suing me. All right, the next thing of my favorite things, I love buttons in my journals. So I used a button for the closure. And I love this button in particular because, for a few reasons, it's gold, and I like gold metal buttons. Number two, it is from a uniform of a Royal Canadian Air Force, and I have a soft spot for that because my dad was a wireless air gunner in the Royal Canadian Air Force in World War II. So I like that too. And then number three, it actually says Canada on it. So that just tickles me. And, for those of you who enjoy watching The Crown, it's got a crown on there because we are still part of the Commonwealth. Now let's go in and take a look, see what I've done. So this little book can be refilled. These pages in here are loose. And once you've filled them up, I've put some of my favorite kinds of papers in it. And once you've used them up, and please use them, you can just refill with your own favorite papers. So let's start here at the front. I used some of my new favorite papers that I got in those wrapping paper books that I found last week. So this is from the Art Nouveau, I believe. Art Deco. No, it's Art Nouveau. Oh, rats. I can't remember. There were 4 books. Anyhow, I loved the blue and the sort of yellow, and it reminded me of the blue and yellow of the cover. There's blue fabric in here with flowers in it. Again, everything repurposed. It's all secondhand except for the thread and the glue and these 2 little bulb pins. Oh, it's blurry. There we go. Those 2 bulb pins, see those right there? Those are new. Everything else is repurposed. So what I did was, oh wait, that thread is new too. I bought that last week. That's my new Dijon mustard thread, everyone, if you remember. So I made a tuck spot out of Rolodex cards, and I sewed around the edge. And then I always like to put whenever possible, put the publication date of a book that I've used back into the book. And this is from this little book, A Shorter Pepys. And it was written by a man. It's actually a journal. I had no idea. And I picked this quite by accident this morning. But it's about a man. His name is Samuel Pepys. He was a member of Parliament over in England. He lived, I believe, 1630 till into the 1700s. And for 10 years of his life, he kept a daily journal. And it became quite famous because he successfully documented the plague, the Great London Fire, and I forget, there was a war that he documented because of keeping this journal for 10 years. And so, it really is coincidence. What better book to use as a thank you junk journal than made from a man who was famous for writing in a journal? So that's the publication date for this copy of it. Obviously, it's been published many times. The guy died in the 1700s. I also included, because it's sort of my favorite things, I included a robin because I love robins. And I included a Canada stamp. This is an up-to-date stamp. So if nothing else, this book is worth $7 Canadian. So I guess that's about 76 cents American, if nothing else. Oh, so that would be new. Okay, that's also new. It's a butter tart. Us Canadians are famous for our butter tarts. They're so delicious. My daughter was a judge in our town's butter tart competition last year. I don't know how she did it, because as delicious as butter tarts are, I don't know how you can eat more than one. I know she had just little nibbles, but still, they're very rich. They're very sweet. And my hat's off to her for surviving that. Oh my goodness. I even had my husband run out and get her a carton of milk to sort of cut the sweetness as she was taking bites from all the different butter tarts. I've included a divider recipe card, and it's for sauces, because sometimes I'm saucy. Hold on, let me make sure that's clear so you can see. No, you're not. There we go. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to stamp on it, because I always claim that I'm the world's worst stamper. And I really did try my best to do this stamp. And you can see down here, I did make a mistake. So that's kind of fitting that I tried to stamp. I really did. I honestly tried to stamp. I thought, if this is the time to perfectly stamp, this should be it. And no, it wasn't. I made another little journaling card out of a Rolodex card. And I just loved this because I love red, and I just thought he was charming, and I like making things out of children's stuff and games and children's books and that sort of thing. So I included him in it too. The inside, the first part of, I would say the cover, but it's not sewn together. I made from a file folder, because if you watch any of my videos, you know I love file folders in junk journals. So I made a teeny tiny little file folder from a real file folder. And as well, it wouldn't be one of my journals without a laxative ad in it. And I love this beautiful yellow and red price tag. So I put that on there too. And the price tag is blank, because this is free. It's a gift for some lucky person. All right, let's keep going here. A window envelope. I love putting window envelopes in my junk journals, so I put a window envelope in. And I opened both sides to be tuck spots. So in this side, there's some ledger paper, because I love ledger paper. This is tea-dyed. And then what else is in here? I know there's something else in here. Oh, get out of jail free card, because, hey, you never know when you'd need that. On this side, I stamped number 5, because that's my lucky number. And then, as ever, my favorite spreads to put into my signatures are guest books. Come from guest books, and they seek me out. They find me at my thrift stores. I have guest books that will last me for years. Ledger paper, I love that too, and especially if it's got holes in it. Tea-dyed paper. More ledger paper. This is actually still more leftover ledger paper from when I made a Cratchit Christmas. More tea-dyed paper. I love using Handel's Messiah in books. It's a nice size page. It fits into most journals that I make. It's quite recognizable for people. People will glance at it and go, oh, hold on, that's Handel's Messiah. Because just about everyone knows that music. And and this is my very, very favorite part of Handel's Messiah. I love the part, for unto us a child is born. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. So I included that in it. I gave both sides of the guest book. I had to cut it in half because this is a little book. So I put both sides in. And then here's the center. So there's, again, that's my latest favorite cord. More Handel's Messiah. Tea-dyed paper. Ledger paper. Tea-dyed paper. Fun paper with the cool holes. There must be a name for it. I don't know. Guest book. The other side of the window. I love tickets. So I had to put a ticket on this envelope. And I did it purposefully this way because I like that it says, keep this. That's what you can see. So, and I hope that whoever enjoys it, I hope you'll keep it and use it. And if not, it's yours. Do what you wish with it. Inside is, and this is showing my appreciation These are my favorite playing cards in the whole wide world. First of all, because they're red and they're the right red. I don't like a candy red. I like a warm red, bordering on brick red or even almost close to a burgundy red, warm red as opposed to a cool candy red. And then it also has a little bird in it. So I just love these. They are old. They're really beaten up. But here's the really important thing. I think I've mentioned to you before, every time I find a deck of cards at my thrift stores, and of course I can never leave them behind, I buy them. I always take out the King and Queen of Clubs and I keep them for myself. And I've got quite a deck. It's about this thick. So the King and Queen of Clubs of my favorite deck of cards is going in as my thank you to you. And it's peeking through the window there. You can do as you wish with it. You can, quite often I will use paper and I'll make a little journaling spot on these. But I wanted you to see what cards they were that I'm including so that you'll know that, that my appreciation is sincere. So there's that little tuck spot too, the other side of this file folder, and you can tell I'm Canadian, this is bilingual. On the back, I love putting library pockets on books, and whenever possible, if it's appropriate for the book, I'll include a library pocket. So with this one, I have included the little book, this little book, the author, there was a picture of the author in the front. This picture was in the book, so I fussy cut around it really hard. It was round. Actually, round is hard. Samuel Pepys. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. And then I also typed on it with my manual typewriter, Sunnyside Journals. And then one of my favorite videos to do during the week is what's on my desk video. So I thought, you know what? What's on your desk? And then as ever, I am including, because it's not a Sunnyside journal if it doesn't have an index card. So that's there. And then I've also included, oh, here, let me take this out so you can see. I glued in the pocket like a U shape so that one of my usual bookmarks that has my mom and my Nana on it can be tucked in the back there if you like, or anything you want can be tucked in the back there if you like. I'm trying to think if there's anything else here that I've forgotten that is specifically me. I think I got it all. So it's got eyelets here. I even put a tiny little bit of lace as headers. A header. Oh, come on. No, you're not gonna. Maybe I'm too close. There we go, header. And down below, there's a little bit of lace down there too. And an eyelet here. And this is just a hair elastic. That's new as well. I can't bring myself to send you guys a used dirty hair elastic. So this is actually new, but it's from the dollar store. So that's good. So there we go. This is my thank you to you, my subscribers. And I am prepared to mail this wherever it needs to go. So I waited till the end to see who watched right through to the end, because I have 3 things that I need you to do for my giveaway. The first thing I need you to do is I need you to obviously subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, I'll need you to click and subscribe. And then the second thing I need you to do is like this video. Click on the like. And then the third thing requires you to actually make a comment. So I know some people are very quiet and they'll visit and they watch and then they move on. And that's okay, because I have quite a few YouTube accounts that I follow along and I don't always make a comment. But this time I'm asking you to make a comment, but a specific comment, because I thought I want to get to know you a little bit better. So what I want today from you in my comments is I want to know what your favorite sandwich is. Yep. Lately, I'm really appreciating the ease of a good sandwich, and I want to know what your favorite sandwich is. Lately, my favorite is a good hoagie on a nice big soft bun with a few different kinds of meat and Havarti cheese and pickles and sliced tomato and some zesty mustard with mayonnaise, and that's lately my favorite. But I do enjoy a good bacon and tomato sandwich. I don't like a BLT. I don't put lettuce in mine, but I do like bacon, tomato, and a bit of cheddar cheese on my toasted B, no L T's. And also, of course, like a tuna melt. But I think a hoagie is my favorite right now, with some potato chips on the side. Crisps for those overseas who call them crisps. Anyhow, if you don't eat sandwiches, certainly leave me what your favorite midday meal is. But if you eat sandwiches, I want to know what your favorite sandwich is. And that way we can get to know each other a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to be using one of those thingamajiggies that apparently will do the picking for you. And I'm going to do it on this coming Friday. So, oh rats. Today is the 18th, so Monday the 18th, Tuesday the 19th, Wednesday the 20th, Thursday 21, 22. So Friday, January 22, or whatever number that is if I'm counting wrong. This coming Friday, I'm going to try my best to do it at 2 p.m. But of course, however long it takes for the video to upload, I'm not sure what time. So 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's Toronto time. I'm going to choose. So you have up until then. Tell your friends to come over and subscribe and like and tell me what your favorite sandwich is. And some lucky person is going to be getting this cute little journal. And you know what? I am even going to throw in one of my classic Catherine opening index card. Opening index card. I don't even know what it's called. All right. Well, I didn't even get cut off today, so that's wonderful. I didn't talk too long, Tammy. It didn't cut me off. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you to those who have already been subscribed. I really appreciate it so very much. And to the new subscribers, if today's the day and you're subscribing, thank you as well. And I'm looking forward to sending this journal to someone, and hopefully they will enjoy it very, very much. All right, I'm going to get going, and we will talk soon. Bye.